I'm 3 minutes late and people are missing me already. Good morning, good evening, whatever. Okay, let's get ready for the strap. Let's get ready for the strap, guys. What's up, what's up, what's up? Okay, let's go. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Let's strap in for a new midweek update. We have 3 streams this week because yesterday we also streamed a little bit of Main City with regards to the NFT land sale. And man, oh man, the community has been very much divided about how it all went. So we're going to talk a bit more about that NFT sale, but let's not talk too much about the negative things because I also want to talk about many positive things as well. Because let's get right into the chart, shall we? So here we go, guys. Let's go switch. And there we have it. The Bitcoin chart. Bitcoin broke out to 97k. 97k. That is absolutely freaking beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. 97k means a breakout of the structure. We call this an ascending triangle, so this is very good here for Bitcoin. Like I mentioned before, sometimes we have a bit of a fake out before we move to the upside. That's exactly what happened to Bitcoin. But I think it's also happening here with CRO. I think CRO will again also break to the upside together with Bitcoin. Once Bitcoin goes to about 100k, I think we also will see the final stretches really of Bitcoin dominance. And then it's party time. That is guys why we are strapping in here. It is not because it's fun. It is because we need to be laser focused. Any minute now we can have this single move to 100k. And what do we do once we reach 100k again? We go up even more. 109, all-time high. What after 109? I don't know. We can ask the Abel, and I think let's go to 150, 150-ish. Do we go to 150? Absolutely. Well, guys, you heard it from the Abel live on stream here. We are strapped in today, guys. So welcome here to XGen. Strapping in for XGen. I'm strapping in here for Bjorn. I'm strapping in also for Real Meta Crypto. Are you interested in doing an interview? Are you interviewing me? Sure. Hit me up, dude. Don't know if I'm that interesting, but well, let's have a talk. Thank you, Abel. Thank you. Guys, talking about Bitcoin dominance, by the way, this chart that we just talked about, this is also what Peter's mentioning here. Last time Bitcoin dominance was this high, that was all the way back in 2021. Ouch. February even. February. And we talked about this, and I think in a different stream as well. But I think you have to compare it really to the 2017 cycle. This is more like the 2017 cycle than the 2021 cycle, guys. At least in my opinion. Also for Bitcoin dominance. And I've heard this quote. I have heard this quote from, I don't know, I think somebody on Twitter, but what he said, I think, was really the case. So if you think, guys, about a volcano, volcanoes erupt, give or take, every, let's say, this one erupts every 500 years. So we did once in 500 after BC, is BC? 500 after Christ. Then we got 500 years later. We got 1,000 years after Christ, 1500, and now it's supposed to be breaking out. There should be a volcano eruption just about now, but it's late. The eruption is not here yet, even though we kind of expect the eruption. Does that mean that we are just saying, well, this volcano is completely dead, or is it just a bit of an anomaly and will the eruption just be a bit later? I like this example really much because I think it's the same, guys. We've seen this twice. And I think the most logical assumption here would be to say that Bitcoin dominance again will fall. And what will we see if Bitcoin dominance falls? Well, an eruption for altcoins, including CRO. An eruption. That's what I'm waiting for. That's what I'm definitely still waiting for. And also, of course, an eruption for Bitcoin dominance, or Bitcoin as well. Bitcoin itself could go to 150. How can you reach me? Go to my Discord, Real Meta. Go to my Discord, link down below. Open a ticket. Or just ask. CRO needs some milk. I like it, Mr. Barber. Welcome. What's up? What's up? So Bitcoin, guys, like I mentioned before, Bitcoin broke out of a bigger structure. This ascending triangle is just a smaller structure in the whole breakout here. So it's looking very good. It's looking very promising. And we've kind of seen something very similar here as well. We have a very long period in which we go down. But then finally, after a while, we do have that eventual breakout to the upside. So to all the bears out there, I honestly, guys, think that the bears, they're done playing. They're done playing. It's time for the bulls again. It is time for the bulls again. My injective bags are flying compared to even my crow bags. Even though crow is my biggest holding. I would say though that of course you can be very lucky with one coin. Again, guys, take a look here at Bitcoin dominance. Everything is losing now against Bitcoin. I would say a bit of an exception might be Ethereum. Very ugly chart here. Very ugly chart. But this is Ethereum. And Ethereum also is moving like crazy. Went to about 1900 today. Went to about 1900 today. So Ethereum is doing it already. And once Ethereum starts flying, I think once Ethereum is back about 2,500, this uptrend here. This is the uptrend we're looking for. 3 years old, a 3 years old uptrend. This will be a fierce retest. This retest that we will see, that will be a fierce retest. But I think once we break above it, you can also see Ethereum start to moon. And guys, there's so much money in Ethereum. There's so much money in Ethereum. And once the people, the whales, the Ethereum whales, they start using that cash, their profits into smaller altcoins, that is when we see more altcoins to fly. Anyways. straight trash. And then you're talking about XLM and HBAR. Well, Mr. Rob, I'm happy that you're strapped in, but I think you might be at the wrong channel here. Because I'm looking at the data, and the data is just showing me that, well, even though that we now are seeing a breakdown here, that the potential is still quite great. For example, let's go to the rainbow chart again, guys. The rainbow chart. I don't know if you've seen the 4-wave cycle theory. The 4-wave cycle theory. But just take a look at this again. MACD is getting very close to flippening to green. That's the flippening I want to see, a green flippening. And once we get the green flippening on the MACD, and also on the RSI, I'm also expecting us to break to at least 49 cents or 41 cents here. Ooh, Mr. Conundrum made a 3x. A 3x in arrow. Crow needs to move. Just be patient, guys. This is always the case. This is literally always the case. We see Bitcoin made a move. We see Bitcoin make a move, and now it's retracting a little bit. It's retracting a little bit. Let me see if I can check that out. Bitcoin is now retracting a little bit, going back to about 96k. Worst case, guys, worst case, we might see a retest here of about this. We might see a retest of this trend line, and then the actual breakout. That's normally what traders are waiting for, a retest. This is what people trading are waiting for. So if you want to do trades, guys, if you want to do leverage trades, don't just buy in on such a candle. Wait for the retest. Wait for the retest. Strapping in here for me, myself. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And also Drain Gang, welcome. I think Crow is the safest bet for a high return. It's going to go well later when they start with the hype during the frenzy. I have to say though, and I saw a beautiful discussion about this on X. It is very silent. It is very, very silent from the Cronos team, and I don't like it. I don't like it. It's okay that they're working, right? It's okay that they're working on new stuff, but there is zero communication. Since we had the burn, zero AMA, zero talks, zero demos, and also in general, I think the Cronos account, the Cronos X account, for example, I don't know if they even have like an Instagram account, or they do have a YouTube account, but man, it's so bad. They need some actual community managers that know their game, that know how to step up. I see some people actually now in Dubai. There are now in Dubai token 2049, and I've seen some absolutely great coverage there from exchanges. Like I've seen BTCC. I've never heard of it before. I was just quickly watching a live stream there, and they are professional, and we need something like that here as well. No shade, by the way, to Amelie or on the new Mirko, but we need to see some action. We need to see some action. Me myself is all in on CRO. Me myself, do you have literally nothing else? Like, is it literally all in? Is it like you go to poker and is it like shoving it to the dealer? Let me know. I'm not completely all in. I also have some NFTs. Hey, you're welcome, Mr. Meta Crypto. CRO better move, or CDC team gonna need a refresh. They just actually refreshed the team a bit. Welcome, Mr. Sirius, by the way. We can talk a bit about this, because let me show it to you guys. Let me show it to you guys. We need to go to Axe quickly. We need to go to Axe here. So let's go to Axe and let's go to Mirko. This is the new Cronos lead. So they are refreshing. They are refreshing here with leadership. So that's happening now. But he's been silent like he's on a holiday. We can't afford a holiday, guys. We need to be strapped in now. Now he might be in Dubai as well. He might be in Dubai. But then we also got Sky Girl, or Emily Sip. She is the Cronos, so Cronos chain, not crypto.com. It's this woman to the left here. She is the Cronos blockchain developer. Not blockchain, business developer. So basically community, or at least talking behind the scenes, hopefully as well. She's, by the way, Canadian, the 51st state of the US. Oh man. Glad to see, by the way, that Canada just had another election. Always interesting to see what the people want. Anyways, this was actually the discussion we were seeing. So in my opinion, this is what Emily's saying, and Emily, of course, knows what's happening behind the scenes. In my opinion, it's better to work quietly in the background until you achieve results, rather than being loud about what you're working on and risking criticism for any shortcomings. I don't know. I honestly don't know. So I like the attitude of work first. It should be work first and then get some praise. But sometimes, guys, what happens with crypto.com and also happens with Cronos is that they build something. Well done, you built something, but it's not what the people want. Therefore, guys, we have very short lines of communication. And the example I'm talking about is now Cronos ZK EVM. Cronos ZK EVM, I think from a technical point of view, is my favorite chain. Also, it has my biggest amount of money. Cronos ZK EVM is great. Technical, great. But it's not what the people use. So I can make the most fancy car, I can make the most beautiful house, but if people don't want to live, I think the house is actually the best example. If you build a beautiful house in the worst neighborhood ever, would you live there? Would you live there? I think actually 90% would say no. I think 90% would say no. Anyway, so Emily sits here. And also now we do have Elder Karl reacting. He's doing the same for his project. But we also see some other projects doing a bit differently. For example, NovaFox. By the way, NovaFox is sponsoring us the next 2 weeks. So thanks, guys, for doing that. I love response, though. I like it. I mean, it's fine. They will do it. But I'm waiting for this. I'm waiting for the actual results. I'm waiting for the actual results. And they kind of need to deliver because they're also printing a crazy amount of CRO. And talking about that, it's only about 20 more days. 20 more days before we have the new mint. Let me go to mint scan and you can see it. And by the way, the... oh no. Where is it? Mint scan. Hey, Mr. PJ. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What's up, dude? Once the ETF that CDC will be managing gets approved and started, that should have a positive impact on the price action. I have maybe a bit of a interesting view there. I might think that this ETF, once the ETF actually starts trading, it might be the peak. It might be the actual top. Like we have seen last cycle, the Crypto.com arena, that was the top event, kinda. It might be the ETF this time around. I don't know though. Hey, VKs as well. I'm seeing you guys so much today, or this week. So this, guys, is the Cronos Strategic Reserve Wallet. It still has 1.16 billion CRO in the account, so it has not moved yet. But you can see, if you take a look here at the next vesting period, that will be happening on the 17th of May. The 17th of May. Hey, Mr. J. Smith, welcome. Yeah, serious, you're right. So ZK AVM is not really growing. It's an unfortunate truth. It's the unfortunate truth, and I think a big part of ZK AVM TVL is me. No, guys, I'm not that big of a whale. I'm not that big of a whale. DU Butt? Love the name. Dash? I will call you Dash. I'm Mr. Butt. Sounds wrong though. Dash, it is Dash. When will CRO go to $10? Well, I don't think this cycle. That's the honest truth. So what you can see here, if we go to the rainbow chart once more, the rainbow chart is my prediction tool. It is my prediction tool. And I expect the cycle to be over around, let's say, the beginning of 2026, right? Then it's saying about $4. If you want to go to $10, if you're going to want to go to $10, I need to, maybe I can do it like this a bit more. Yeah, $10 might be 2028, but I think that's too soon. 2029 maybe. 2029. If anything, Mr. D-Bot, Mr. Dash, I would say it's 2029. 2029, we might see $10 CRO. Not this cycle though. I'm bullish, but not that bullish. I need to be realistic. A $10 CRO will be a 100x this cycle. And I think a 20x is in the cards. A 20x from this point. A 100x? I hope so. I definitely hope so, but I don't think it's realistic. A bad team, yeah. How's your Thursday? I've had a beautiful Thursday. It is 29 degrees here. It's hot. I worked a bit in the garden, and my arm is doing better and better every day, so it's going in the right direction. How are you, Vikas? How are you guys? Let me, by the way, ask if anyone was in the chat yesterday. If you were on the chat yesterday, did you try to get the main city land, the first frontier land in today's private sale, or not the private sale, today's public sale? If so, let me know. Okay, me myself is literally 100% all in on CRO. I like it. It's dangerous, but I like it. By the way, guys, if you are wondering why is Bitcoin going up as well? Why is there so much strength now for Bitcoin? It has everything to do with all the data that's coming out. Initial claims came out today. Yesterday we had the PCE, so the Personal Consumption Index. Is it personal consumption? No, I'm doubting. Yeah. Personal consumption expenditures. So basically inflation, core inflation, it's going down. Core inflation going down. And the job market is struggling a bit more. The job market is struggling a bit more. So that's why basically they're thinking that, let me actually open it up. If you take a look here at the watch tool, the Fed watch tool, which is this one, you can see that we have a new FOMC meeting with Jerome Powell, JP, or big friend of the channel, of course. And currently we do have about a 4% chance that this will change to a rate cut. However, the odds for a rate cut in the month of June are quite decent. So even though, guys, we might not have this rate cut yet, we're already kind of pricing in that June is going to happen. We're already pricing in the June rate cut. That's kind of what's happening now. That's also why we are pumping a bit. And it's a good structure, guys. We broke out of the structure. And now we have to fight again a bit more with the bears. The bears try to keep us down below 100k. But there's a bit of resistance here. There's a bit of resistance. I think the biggest struggle will be 99k. 99.8 actually. 99.8. It's exactly this line. You can see a lot of support and resistance there. You can see, for example, here. Here you can see it was support. Here it actually was more like resistance. And yeah, same here. So you can see support, resistance, very important line, guys. 99.8k. Watch it. If we break that one and we're very close, you can see how close we are, right? You can see how close we are. That was, by the way, the wrong line. It needs to be here. Yeah, this is a... It's looking good. Edward, I might be all in on Crow as well. guys, you guys are absolute warriors here. Audi as well. Audi is also 100% in Crow. Baron, the bears are CDC. Is it CDC? Is CDC keeping Crow down? Is it? They're pumping the lion token, but keeping Crow down? How dare they? By the way, Crow is now definitely outperforming lion. I'm watching lion day by day, and it's losing momentum, definitely. It is dangerous. Dangerous times for lion. Dangerous times for lion. Let me check some chats, guys. I don't know what you're on about, CB, Coin Baron. Zero comes from Crypto.com management is absolutely normal. Yeah, but I kind of hope that for Crypto.com, let's go back in time, guys. Let's go back in time. If you take a look at the blog post, we go all the way back 2018, 2019, when Crypto.com was a lot smaller. Chris actually did a lot of AMAs. There were a lot of blog posts. You can all read them. They're still available. So back in the days when Crypto.com was still this tiny startup, then there was a lot of communication. Also, that's good because then you kind of ask, what do you want? What do customers want? I kind of hope you get the same startup vibe still from Cronos Labs. Cronos Labs and Crypto.com are two separate entities, even though I think they do share resources. They definitely share resources. That's 100% guaranteed. But I know, by the way, Pete, this is a joke, but man, I honestly hope they do embrace the startup vibe, because that is actually how you can get growth. It is not by having meetings. It's not by having those rigorous structures. It is by doing stuff. And also, sometimes it is trying out stuff and failing, like ZK EVM. But also, sometimes I think you need to know when you have to cut your losses. When you have to cut your losses, guys. Why not just stop it? Can we just pull the plug? I mean, we all already printed 70 billion CRO. I mean, it's not like we have so much more trust left. The only time we get announcements is when they have something to publish. It's annoyingly how they've been since 2021. It's a rubbish culture thing they do have, yeah. Definitely. That's also though, you know what the thing about that is though, Mr. Pete, is that also it is great for price pumps. It is great for price pumps because you can see here, one sudden AMA, one sudden announcement, and you got this move. 50% move. How about that? That's the only positive thing about it, I guess. And this, guys, is probably also how we're gonna get to those high levels. Let's say we go to $4. We go to $4 according to the rainbow chart. It will all be due to, of course, the one and only announcement like ETF, or I think the ETF announcement, the actual ETF announcement, maybe the buyback can burn as well. It's good. Andrew, also, the only crypto I own is CRO. Guys, you guys are so dedicated. I think it makes sense, right? Because they offer, if you're new to crypto, right, you got these credit cards, or these are actually debit cards, but soon there will be credit cards coming as well. There will be credit cards coming as well, and this is literally, I think, the best way to onboard people, non-crypto people, to crypto. Get the card, you have to buy CRO, makes sense, and then if you spend with the card, you get some more CRO. I like it. It's beautiful. And also it makes sense because crypto, where do you use crypto for? For paying. So I think the match is perfect. Honestly, a brilliant move. And since we got these cards, all the competitors, they are copycats. They are absolute copycats. The BNB card, we got the Maxi card, we got I think all the cards. I would say the only company really trying to innovate was Gemini with a credit card. But now Crypto.com is also offering credit cards, and a credit card ID was already in the roadmap since 2017-ish. Offering credit card though is a lot more difficult due to, of course, credit scores and whatever. Okay, let me quickly go, by the way, to the roadmap, because if you take a look at the Cronos roadmap, I wanna share that to you quickly. Cronos roadmap, there we go. You guys see the roadmap? I think you do. No, that's good. Let's do it this way. Did you get an invite to the Dubai event? Yes, I did. I did, Mr. Vikas, but I'm not just flying to Dubai for an event here. Anyways, let's go to the roadmap quickly, because I wanna also point out that we're actually getting close to not the end of Q2, of course, but also we are getting close to the end of Q2. That means we need to see Cronos 1 soon. Cronos 1. It should be finished soon. But I haven't heard anything about it. I've seen a few things about the Cronos Assistant, but also not really. AI-powered news. The only things I have seen are the AI Agent SDK. They're working on that one. But other than that, I think the AI tuning is really lacking. So I've seen that they're working now on an actual AMA. Emily has been promising an AMA with Mirko. I want to know, what's the status? What is the status? Then also we do have some more protocol upgrades. ZK, this is for ZK. This is for ZK, and I think they're doing that now. I checked this out, but this is not really relevant for us. It's a small upgrade though for speed. This has been done already. This is completed, the parallel execution one, and the blockchain explorer also has been done. So there are, I think, 2 done, and I think these are also on the way. But what about the AI tooling? It's a big narrative for Q1 and Q2. And then, of course, guys, this is big as well. EIP, the smart accounts are great for the Cronos chain, but it's all about, to me, the new token burn. This one here. The new token burn based on price and block size. Interchain accounts are also very interesting. But yeah, it's all about this. This also might be the event. This might be the event to bring Cronos to heights. Oh, are you excited for the Loaded Lion drone show? I probably will be sleeping. It's a cool thing though. They try to do something very unique. I've never seen a crypto project try to go for an actual Guinness World Book record. So interesting. Me and Andrew are true Crow believers. You guys are nuts. But I'm like 70% nuts as well, so I'm 70% nuts myself. I mean, well, I'm probably 90% nuts, because if there was no Cronos, I don't know. Let's say Cronos crashes 90%. What would I talk about, guys, on this channel? This whole channel is based on Cronos. I do know, of course, a bit more than Cronos, but I love the community. If I ever start talking about anything else, like any random AI project, guys, I'm hacked. I'm hacked, so I'm not posting anything like that, remember. So strap in, guys, hit the like button if you want to see some real Cronos stuff. So check out, by the way, this video about the 4-wave cycle. I think it is really interesting. The theory might play out once more. It might play out once more. Let's see. Oh, we're doomed? I think I might miss something. When did you get into crypto? I got into crypto back all the way in 2017. In 2018, I wrote my my master's degree about crypto and blockchain. So I've been here, guys, for quite a while. Oh, Justin, how dare you be late today, man? How dare you? Welcome, guys. What's up? Yeah. So right now, Sirius is talking about the tweet from Emily Sid. And one of the things she's saying is about, well, we don't share things. We as Cronos don't share a lot of things we're working on because we might have criticism. Well, I think criticism is a good thing. There can be very constructive criticism. But okay, it's I understand you need a bit of positivity as well. You do need some positivity. Don't get me wrong. Emily needs to sit out. I reckon that secretly Coinbaron is the actual owner of Crypto.com. Have you all noticed that all the senior CDC staff follow him? Is that the case? Is that the case? I think not. Let me check. I think Eric doesn't follow me. Eric. Eric doesn't follow me. That's sad. Chris does. Chris is a chat. Follows me. Oh boy. The big boss. Let's go, boys. Let's crow. Let's strap in, guys. Hit the like button. So we were talking about ZK EVM a while back. I don't use ZK EVM, PJ says. I have no need to. I use POS, where I stake on chain, and Cronos chain, the EVM chain for DeFi like VVS and Vino. I would say that ZK EVM is the better EVM version. It has ZK CRO, which is a liquid staked CRO. So what you're doing, guys, if you buy or hold ZK CRO, if you hold or buy ZK CRO, you're basically staking at the same time. So just holding CRO is staking. That concept is super great. I haven't seen any. I think maybe the Berra chain Berachain, I think, might have done that, but I think it's honestly quite a good idea. But it's also, again, having a new it is introducing a new problem, because we are introducing a new token again. Introducing a new token. We already got CRO, we got LCRO, we got Cronos POS, we got Cronos on Ethereum. We got so many versions of CRO, and it's very confusing. When will CRO hit $1? End of year 2025. End of year 2025. So according to Sirius, we need actual development on the blockchain with backing from CDC, just like Binance has with Binance Labs. So interesting fact, Binance Labs, by the way, Binance Labs was quite recently renamed to Easy Labs. There is no Binance Labs anymore, even though they're still yellow. This is the current, well, I think you can't see it somewhere. Here it is. Binance Labs rebrands to Easy Labs, ushers in new leadership and investment focus. So honestly, this is a good thing for BNB, because now Champagne Zhou, or CZ, is the lead of the former Binance Labs. So Sirius is thinking, because I like this, what he's saying now, it isn't growing because they're not feeding it, and that makes sense. And I think they want to feed it a bit with the funds from the 70 billion mint. Of course they will. Mr. Conundrum, I'll be happy with just 50 cents. I think, guys, 40 cents first, like we talked about. This most likely will be a breakout to the upside. I believe. I think this is a fake out. You can already see that it tried to break back in, right? It tried to break back in once Bitcoin went to about 97k. And I think we'll go back in this range again, like Bitcoin also did. Bitcoin also shortly went out of this range. Fake out, and then an actual breakout, guys. That's also why this video stream is called Breakout Time. Do you think this might be the last traditional bull run? Yes and no. I think for Bitcoin, things will still remain somewhat the same, because for Bitcoin, you still have the halving events. Every 4 years, guys, the rewards, the blockchain rewards for mining Bitcoin are halved. And even though the effect is fizzling out, the halving event always will remain very important and always somewhat of a milestone. So we will always be looking out for the halving event for Bitcoin. But I think, yeah, I don't know. I think the traditional cycles still have some value. Currently, we're talking about $3 CRO. $3 CRO. We would have about 80 billion market cap. 80 billion. That would be equal to Binance. Not sure if that's feasible, though. I think $3 is in the cards. Definitely think $3 is in the cards. The only thing I have to say, though, is that, of course, our supply is also going up. Our supply is also going up. That is only the only thing I'm afraid of, because then we're not talking about 80 billion market cap, then we're talking, I think, about 100 end of year. Let's see, though. Inferno Killer, welcome, strap in. Where is CRO going to be in the month of May? Mr. 8-Ball? Mr. 8-Ball, will CRO be higher in the month of May? Try again. Okay, we're going to try that again later. I don't know, Inferno. I don't give any financial advice here. I think it's looking good. I think in the month of May we will go higher. But to answer that question fully, there will be, of course, our monthly time to buy video. So stay tuned. Strap in. Do you think the traditional bear markets are going to change? I think not. I think we're going down 90% once more. Bitcoin, guys, will go, I think, to about 150. I think Bitcoin will go between 150 and 180. So we'll probably do something like this. And I think that it will slowly fizzle out again. I don't know if we'll have like a top like this one here, or will more be like what we've seen before, like a distinct double top. We don't know. Unfortunately, we don't know. I actually would like to see a bit of this. So this is more like we see. This is more like the yeah, a bit like this more. You can see here head and shoulder, the head and shoulder pattern. That would be nice. Anyways, I still think we will going down again to about 60k. So in the end, guys, we'll completely round trip. We will completely round trip. So get prepared. So it is. I'm saying strap in again for a reason, because this, guys, is all happening in a very short amount of time. It's now happening, right? You can see it on the Bitcoin chart. It is literally happening as we're speaking. You can see a breakout today. Today, the 1st of May, 2025. And this is the beginning of something beautiful. I believe. Sometimes I feel like I'm in a religion. I'm in a religion of bulls. Oh, by the way, interesting. On the 4 hour, we already see Bitcoin having some green waves. If you talk about Binance was about 100 billion or something last cycle. It will be higher this time as well. So CRO would not even be the size of Binance last cycle, 80 billion. That's also an argument I was looking at myself, because I think it would make sense if we are basically one cycle behind BNB in market cap then. If we're one cycle behind BNB has about 40% market share. Or not BNB, Binance. And Binance is still backing BNB like crazy, of course. If we're just one cycle behind BNB, I think then about 80 billion or 100 billion is in the cards. Stacy, welcome. Strap in. Hello from Kuwait. I've heard some very good stories, guys, from Dubai. So maybe, Stacy, you have to fly a little bit. I've heard about some good parties from crypto.com and all the other crypto venues. Token 2049. A $3 CRO would be enough to buy my kids a house each. Wow. Whoa. Mr. Real Meta. Thank you for the Cronos updates. Hard work pays. Thank you so much, dude. Strap in, guys. Strap in all for Real Meta. Unfortunately, the alert didn't went off here. Let's double strap in then. Again, Mr. Real Meta, I will take a look at your ticket soon. So we might see it pumped about $3 and then a 90% pullback to about 20 cents. Yeah, I think actually that's about my expectation as well. Yeah, honestly, I think between 10 and 20 cents, that's going to be the new low. So whatever you're buying now, guys, it's probably going to be higher or lower than the next cycle. NFA. That's probably the bigger question. From how high do we think we will go? It's more how low we will go in the bear afterwards. Depends. It all depends. If you're here just for a quick cash out, I think that's fine, guys. If you're here for the quick money, I think, guys, it's not easy. It's not easy money. Don't think like that. If you take the risk, though, because it's risky business as always, it's okay if you want to take profit and just leave. I think many people are kind of fed up with crypto.com. For a reason. They might be fed up with Cronos chain, also for a reason. Mr. Bobbin, welcome as well. Strap in. Oh, we're talking. I just lost my train of thought here. Oh yeah. It's all about, you know, how low we can go. If you want to sell at, let's say you want to sell in the red band again, It's fine. It's all fine. Yeah, by the way, interesting fun fact here. The green band in 2026 is minimum 10 cents for CRO. And guys, if you know the channel, if you're new to the channel, this rainbow chart is so far a proven model to find the lows and the highs for Cronos so far. But all models, of course, are useful until they're broken. But I kind of expect us also to not go below 10 cents in 2026. So that's hopeful. A bit of hopium for you guys. A bit of hopium here. I had to use the help desk the other day, and it was blindingly obvious that it was an AI helping me, not a human. Was that crypto.com? I mean, yeah. If you have an IC white card, guys, if you have an IC white card, like it's this one here in the middle, that's the IC white. If you have an IC white card, you will get a bit of premium support. And with premium, I mean you can in the future call them, have an actual personal conversation. That's currently not possible. That's only possible for the VIP members. But if you're a mere mortal like me, you have to rely on chat. Yeah, chat and sometimes an email. But yeah, it's all about chat now. But soon, call. And also, if you do have an IC White now, you do get priority support. But I think, yeah, in general, the support is sucking. So sometimes I think an AI is better than a human as well. Club Crow, strap in, my dude. Strap in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's good to see, by the way, that S&P is also going up again. And this is interesting. I find this quite interesting. The DXY is above 100 again. So the dollar is getting some renewed strength. The dollar is getting some renewed strength. And I am curious if we're going to close the day above this. Crorican has an icy white. I like it, dude. Did you experience any struggles with did you experience any struggles with support? Ah, there we have it. Again, thanks, Real Meta. Thank you very much, dude. Strap in here. Okay, so the support was all via the main app. I was having an in-app problem. I had to query it. Makes sense. Do you have a degree in economics, or are you mostly self-taught? I have a university master degree. So I like to believe that I kind of understand what I'm saying. I have a master's degree in both IT and economics. Let me know, by the way, guys, what's your background? What's your background? What are you doing next to crypto? Are you also in more like the finance side, or more stocks, or do you teach people? What do you do in real life? Let me know if you want to share, by the way. Once the crypto.com roadmap is complete, Tasty Trade will be the only exchange competition. Tasty Trade? Never heard of that before. By the way, welcome, Cynical. Tasty Trade. Blaze, welcome. Strap in, my dude. Strap in. You know, I think it's all relative. If Bitcoin is about $200, I think a $3 CRO is certainly feasible. That's also what I'm thinking myself. If anyone is wondering, by the way, I do believe that Bitcoin dominance is it will be trending lower in the end. But also, I don't think it will go this low. So I think it will go about this low. Therefore, also relatively seen, I do believe that CRO Bitcoin will not have the same move as last cycle. I think it will not perform the same. Some people are waiting for a complete reversal of Crow Bitcoin. I'm not seeing it myself. It's more like this, I believe. So this might sound very bearish, but let's say this is the worst case scenario for me. By the way, let's say this is kind of the case here, that we have this line here, this downward trending line for Crow Bitcoin. Worst case, in the end of 2026, we're going back to about, what is it, this level here. Let's say that's the case, right? We go back to about that level. From this point onward, guys, we're still talking about a 500% move. It's a 5x. By the way, it also nicely corresponds with this type of resistance here. So this is actually a line we need to watch very closely. As I believe, guys, once Bitcoin almost starts moving, this will go very quickly. This will go very quickly. We might see a quick move. You can see here as well how quick this was. It can be like this in one day. That's how it can go, right? So also that's what I'm expecting, kinda. So it's not exactly low. Whoa. What I'm expecting myself, guys, is not something like that, what we just draw. I think what's more likely is that we're gonna struggle a bit more, and then we have this. That's, I think, the most likely outcome. It's also what you saw here. A lot of struggle, then a sudden move. I will be, by the way, very happy with this move. If this is going to happen, I'm a happy man. Also, if you want to do the math, here, so let's say this is going to happen for Cronos, Crow Bitcoin, then one Crow is about, I need to do the math, by the way. It's, what is it, about, yeah, it's 5 times as high as it is now. So, oh man, I need to do real-time math, guys. Live. It's all live. It's not pre-recorded. So let's say it's 5 times higher than it's now, so about 50 cents. Actually, it's quite interesting because this would mean that Crow will go to $1. If Bitcoin is going to 100 to 200k, and this is also going about a 5x for CRO. So 5x times 2 is a 10x. We're talking about give or take $1. Let's see though. I will continue to follow along with this. Crow Bitcoin is so important. It's so important. And it's breaking down. It's still going lower and lower and lower. Hey Miller Frank, welcome. Strap in. I was going to get the rose gold card, but as soon as I heard about the undoing of the coin burn, I figured I will hold off. I think it makes sense. Did you see the AMA though, Miller? Did you see the AMA? I think honestly, many people are kind of confused still, even though we had the AMA, and it makes sense to hold off. And also, I would kind of recommend almost anyone to still hold off at this point, because whenever the Crow price goes up more, and I believe it will go up more relatively soon, once Bitcoin starts moving like we've just seen, right? It's by the way kind of not doing much more anymore. But what's happening here? So once it starts moving, and also Crow starts moving, you'll have to pay less Crow or lock less Crow to get the same card. Let's see though. I have it. I have the icy white, and the year came to an end. Still, I have the stake though. I love my weekly earnings. What I also like about it, Mr. Corrican, is that it's actually compounding. So if you guys don't know, if you have a card, you're staking, right? If you have an icy white or a jade green here, you're automatically also getting up to 8% rewards, or even 8.5, I believe. And it's compounding, so it's automatically adding to the stake. So you're getting more Crow on your stake because it's staking more and more and more and more. And compounding is the 7th world, or the 8th world miracle. Or 8th world wonder, I should say. Cryptocurrencies never had an issue with the Crypto.com support. The issue I have with support is that you have to ask them again and again and again and again and again, and like it's a very simple question, but it feels like you're being helped by a different person every time and time again. Because you ask something, you almost immediately respond. Then they have, again, I think a few hours to react to that again. Probably they work with SLA software. But typically the same person isn't working anymore. So somebody else needs to take a look at the chat and like, oh yeah, this might be the issue. Then this might be the answer. If it isn't the answer, they need to go back again, and it's a vicious circle. Good evening. Good evening. I work at a grocery store. Ooh. Any specific position? Behind the counter, management, restock. I'm not as clever as Coinberry and just have a honors degree in business management. That's actually, you're pretty clever probably. Honors degree. Nothing too shabby, guys. And the military. Oh, Dutch Ministry of Defense for random token. CDB builds and maintains gardens. So we talked about what do you do? What do you next to crypto? I'm just curious, Mr. CDB here. Let's say, what's your dream? Like, let's say you make a shitload of money. Let's say you make a shitload of money with this crypto, right? This whole crypto thing. Would you maybe like to expand the company, maybe hire a few more people, maybe even, I don't know, take over a competitor? Would you like to grow your business, or would you like to do something completely different? Buy a Lamborghini and forget about life? Will's working in IT software development, I guess, until AI takes over all our jobs. I'm doing management now after 10 years. 10 years of management experience. That's what people need, though. If anything, though, Mr. Will, if anything, don't try to shove agile development into people's throats. Oh, if anything, if you work in IT, you probably have heard the word agile too much, or Scrum. I think Scrum Agile is it's a workflow management tool, kinda. It's from the Japanese. It's from, I forgot how it's worked. I don't know the origins again, but it's I don't know. Let's not talk about that too much. Justin works or has a degree in law enforcement, but now is actually a chef of 3 Irish pubs. Let me know, Ultra. What's your how do you call it? What's your specialty? I would like to try that out. Björn used to work in gastronomy and event business. Right now, I'm only doing deep-in projects. Okay, interesting. Full-time crypto for Björn. Full-time crypto, I like it. You will go back to gastronomy. I think the fun part about that is that you communicate a lot with people. I like that, the people aspect. It's cool, guys. I'm literally pulling into work at my job. I'm an industrial painter, so spraying lots of different stuff like farm and military equipment. Wait, you paint tanks? That's honestly super cool. All those big machineries, though. It's a very important job, though, because without the paint, the corrosion would be crazy. So good, man, good. You guys are doing so many different things. It's honestly wonderful. PD is now enjoying a bit of retirement, a mini retirement. Until 2024, I used to work as a data analyst in the English further education sector. Okay. I mean, data analysis is also a big business. Unfortunately, guys, it does seem like Bitcoin, it's struggling a bit. But like we talked about earlier in the stream, it's going to be a retest. And that's fine. That's not bearish at all. But until that's actually finished, we also will see that Cronos remains struggling here. It really tried here, guys. But it couldn't, and now it's also bouncing below it. But the structure is not closed yet. So tomorrow or the day after, I think it is actually going to break to the upside. That's at least a technical point of view here. Yeah, it needs to break soon. Oh wait, yeah, the wicks. I need to include the wicks. There we go. This is kind of what I'm hoping for, or not hoping for. I'm expecting. A mini retirement sound good. I'm honestly curious, Pete, though, if you're getting bored sometimes. I know you do a lot of fun stuff with your kids, but ever getting bored? It's been restful. I've been working since I was 16 and now I'm in my 50s. I really don't want to have to work if I can help it. Okay, you're actually enjoying life now. Beautiful, man. Beautiful. I'm the 7th world wonder. Numlock. I like caps lock more though. Me, myself, stocks, lunch meat, sausage, bacon. Oh man, I'm really a meat person. If I could live with only meat, I would be very happy. So cool stuff though, dude. So random token doesn't like the compounding effect of these cards. So guys, we talked about this. If you have a card, the Icy White, Jade, you compound your interest, your staking rewards. But random token would like to actually have a weekly passive income and decide myself to stake, or to actually to stake the passive income. I think it's for the greater good. I think it's for the greater good here, random token, because if you cannot sell, there is less sell pressure. So with this move, Crypto.com locked out many people out of selling. So that's a good thing for the overall price of the token, even though we're not really experiencing that now. I think long term it's good, especially once more people start to stake for these cards again, because when these credit cards go live, guys, we talked about that in a video recently, but once these credit cards go live and they have a bit of a pastel color, so many more staking rewards will be created. And the less people that can actually sell, the better it is for the price. Pete is targeting the Icy White as an upgrade from my Indigo that I currently have. And I do need a $3 crow for my existing card balance to be enough. Okay, so you want to upgrade with your current card. I like that. I like that approach as well. That's also how I did it, guys. I went from Jade to Icy. Did the same. JB works as a concierge. Best job because it allows me to do crypto every time. I like that, dude. You can just, take a moment, take the charts, take a look at Twitter. I like it, dude. I like it. A lot of freedom probably as well. The bullish bear. I'm so far at the break is good. Okay. So with your mini retirement, you can actually recharge and reflect on different priorities. I'm working on a plan to build a financial literacy education business for the UK market. Oh, okay. Honestly, that's what many people miss in the current education environment. There's literally nobody teaching people about mortgages and pensions. And in the end, guys, it's all about that as well. We need a roof above our head, but that also requires us to know a bit more about mortgages, rent. Good stuff, Pete. I like it. I like it. Okay, finally, guys, we see some green candles now for Bitcoin. We see some green candles for Bitcoin. It is 10 past 10 though in Amsterdam. I started a bit late. I wanna finish off by talking about quickly what happened today as well, because we had a final sale today. We had a final sale. Let me try to bring up the loaded line. Here we go. The loaded line account. The loaded line account. That's weird. I can't see your message here. So we asked CBD the question, what would you do? What would you do with the here you can see it a bit better. Oh, there we go. So CBD would actually buy acres of land in nature, build a house for myself, and build an amazing garden with cabin hotel activities for people to visit. I honestly like that plan. I think it's very clever to also think about, you know, think about it yourself, of course, but also think about growing your own activities with cabins or a hotel. Super cool. And also it's kind of combining your expertises. Me myself, I hope that CRO will be my first step to retirement. Same here, dude. Same here. I can thank my kids for, you know, telling me that the English school system doesn't tell anything about them, about the personal finance. It's everywhere though. It's everywhere. I did have a few classes about mortgage, but it's but nobody tells you about, hey, maybe you should do a bit of investing because it might help you with early retirement or giving you a bit of more free time. It's all sold out, ladies and gentlemen. It's all sold out now. The Crypto.com Land Fractured Fate NFT is now officially sold out. And on the 12th of May, we'll have a reveal. The Crypto.com NFT land reveal will be happening on the 12th of May. So then you can see actually what kind of NFT you got. There will be multiple tiers. There will be rare, there will be common, there will be legendary, there will be mythical. All kinds of different NFTs will be coming available. But I think it's very amazing that all these lands sold out. They all sold out, 25,000 pieces, and all sold out within about 15 to 30 minutes of the actual launch. So now also, Crypto.com has about $2 million to keep developing the game, because you had to pay USD, US dollars for the lands. And in total, it's about $2 million. So now the Crypto.com team has about $2 million to also invest into maybe a new game and also expenditure of the current game. And also, I hope a bit for the current holders. So that's some good news here. That's some good news. Overall, guys, I'm very bullish about this. I got 60 lands, so I might be a bit... I might be a bit... how do you say that in English? Sorry, somebody's coming home. Okay. Anyways, let's finish off today, guys. It's been about an hour. Bitcoin is doing amazing. Honestly, this is great, guys. Strap in for this. Cronos will follow, but only a bit later. That's kind of how it always works. Bitcoin dominance might rise a bit more, but also, again, it will fall. It will fall. Tomorrow, Friday and Saturday, 2 more videos, guys. So make sure you're strapped in. Have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your week. And talk to you Sunday on our weekly close. Have a good one. Bye-bye.